What's up, guys? I'm Chase.
And I'm Landon, and today we're going to be giving you everything that you need to know about the upcoming Nike SB Dunk Low Wasted Youth and how to come. Alright, so first, thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. Now let's go over the basic info for this release before we move on. So this Wasted Youth Nike Dunk collab is going to be set to release on April 6th at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern on the Sneakers app, and then also on some more sites that we'll get to in just a second. And then this is going to be set up to be a sneakers draw, so you will have 10 minutes to enter your size once the release time is active. And then for pricing, the retail tag is set for $110 in men's sizing, and this does look to be only a men's sizing release, no grade school or anything smaller, but that pretty much covers the date and the time. So let's take a closer look at the overall design and the reason for the hype on these. All right, so checking these out, it isn't hard to determine the hype since it is a dunk release, but the collab on these is where they turn into money makers. So Nike is doing their best to kill the dunk hype with all of these dunk releases from this year and from last year carrying over, but one way to keep the hype is through collabs like we have on this shoe. So Nike teamed up with Verdi from Wasted Youth, who is actually a graphic designer who kind of transitioned more into streetwear to create this Nike Dunk Low that's really clean in my opinion. So the main theme on these is going to be like black denim that covers most of the upper and then on the toe box as well, and then there's some patches of black denim near the front as well on the side, and I really just love it. But there's so much more going on at first glance than whenever it just kind of looks like a black and white Nike Dunk from afar. So you have the Wasted Youth brand that shows up on the heel that you can see, but what's even cooler, or more cool, we'll go with cooler. What's even cooler is Nike would normally show up on the tongue where that be at. It's actually replaced with Wasted on the right sneaker and then Youth on the left. And then jumping back to the heel, they added like a ring or something to the back, which was a nice touch. And then now jump inside of the upper and you're gonna see like a white and a red stitched rose right there design. It's just another nice addition. And then finally, to wrap it up, if you remove the insoles, there are some cool designs on there specifically saying don't bother me anymore. And if that's not relatable to everyday life, then I really just don't know what is. But that should have been more than enough on this release to convince you that this is a shoe worth going for, even just to be able to see them in hand. But now that we've kind of covered the overall design and hype, let's move on. All right, so for raffles and reservations, at the time of this recording, there isn't anything active or live right now, but this is a special release, so you can expect it to be a little bit more limited when it comes to stuff like that. But I'd be on the lookout for like local skate shops to probably raffle off some pairs, and there is still a good chance that some online options will become available. So just make sure that you come back and check out this video daily, because in the description we're going to leave a link to our blog post, and that's going to lead you to a post on our website where we are going to be updating the raffles, in-app reservations, all that stuff as they continue to open and close. But now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Chase so we can let you know what sites are releasing these, what the aftermarket looks like on them, and your best chance to cop a pair.
All right, now I'm going to tell you what sites are dropping these dunks. So like most SB dunks, they are going to be very limited to at least to the orange label skate shops around the United States. And of course, at 10 a.m. Eastern time, you have the Nike Sneakers app. Now, if you wanted to see which skate shops near you could get these dunks, definitely visit nikesb.com/shops, and from there you can find every orange label skate shop in your area. But moving on, let's look at the average sale prices on the aftermarket. Now, as a disclaimer, the prices you see could change as we move closer to the drop, but we're going to leave links to all the marketplaces in our blog post for you guys to check out closer to the release date. But starting off, StockX currently doesn't have any sales. Goats actually got some asks for around $1,150. eBay also doesn't have any sales, and Flight Club is at a whopping $1,145. As for the stock, these are no doubt going to be tough to get. Now, SBs are very limited, and even some skate shops that might get pairs only are going to get a few pairs per size. But taking the limited stock and the current resale market prices, my resale prediction for these dunks will be around $300 to $400. Now that's going to net you a profit anywhere between $100 to $250 per pair. Now you might ask, Chase, why such a low prediction? Well, even though these dunks are going to be very limited, they aren't the flashiest SB out there. When it comes to these special SB collabs, the flashiness or the eye-catching design is what really drives the resale value. Now, at a glance, these dunks could be easily mistaken from just any basic color blocking from any typical SB. Now, this is why I predict a sharp dip after the initial drop in resale prices. For sites to focus, I would recommend entering into your local skate shop raffle if possible, and of course the Nike sneakers app. Now, as a tip for sneakers, make sure you always go into the app a day or two before, click that notify me button so you don't miss that 10 a.m. drop time. Should you hold or sell this dunk? Before giving my opinion, I am going to assume the whole duration that you're going to be holding on to these for is more than 6 months. Now, my recommendation is to sell these dunks. Like I said before, the simple color blocking really diminishes the resale value and the overall demand. So to maximize your profit, I would definitely recommend selling them as soon as you can, either locally or take advantage of those eBay low fees.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for episode 24 of How to Cop for the Nike SB Dunk Low Wasted Youth. Thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. And for more sneaker news, our available shoes for sale, and just anything that we do, feel free to click the link in our bio and check that out.
Also, feel free to comment and interact below to let us know what shoe you want to hear about next. But until next episode, peace.